Okay, everyone, before I start graphing quadratic, I'm just going to graph one that's in intercept form. Okay, please don't forget the earlier videos I made, earlier this school year. It's all set up for you in Google Classroom, or if you're using YouTube, my YouTube channel, Novi Math, obviously just scroll back to, August, September of this year. Okay, anyways, here we go. On the quiz coming up, you're going to need to graph at least one or two that are in intercept form, sometimes called factor form. And remember, guys, these you do not do negative b over 2a. You set up your table, your XY table, okay, and you focus on the roots, the zeros. They're also called the roots. But anyways, if you agree, negative 4 makes it 0 there, and negative 2 makes it 0 there, all right, I already have 2 points in my table. You see, I know negative 4 makes it 0. Now, what I'm going to do, though, guys, is before I put down negative 2, 0, I'm going to count from negative 4 to negative 2. So we have negative 3. That's a negative 3 right there, guys. And a negative 2, again, is 0. Okay? Now, I only have 3 points in my table, so let's just go ahead and add one more point that's smaller, one more point that's larger. Again, keep your numbers in order. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative, that is. And now all I have to do is plug them into my calculator exactly as shown. And I'm just going to go ahead and start with negative 5. So I'm going to have 2 times negative 5 plus 4. Again, if you type it in your calculator exactly like I'm writing it right now with the parentheses and negatives and everything, it'll work out perfect every time. But as you can see, I did plug in the negative 5 into my equation. I'm just double checking my work there. Looks pretty good. And of course, negative 5 and 4 is negative 1. Parentheses first, right? Negative 5 and 2 is negative 3. 2 times negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 6. By symmetry, I know negative 1 is 6. Finally, I'm going to do my negative 3. So 2 parentheses negative 3. That's, by the way, my vertex as well. It's the middle point, right? Negative 3 plus 2. Okay, so negative 3 plus 4 is negative 1. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Times together with 2 is positive 2. Unless I made a mistake. Ooh, no, that's positive 1. Ooh, almost. So it's negative 2. That makes better sense. So again, guys, sorry. Negative 3 plus 4 is positive 1. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Times together is negative 2. Now it's just a matter of plotting the points, right? So I guess I'll use red. So negative 5 is positive 6, right up there. I'll make my dots bigger. So negative 5 is positive 6. And negative 4, that's one of my zeros. Negative 3 is negative 2. Negative 2 is 0. And of course, negative 1 is 6. So there's my parabola, guys. Now, on this quiz, they may ask you about certain characteristics of the graph, however. So here's it done in Desmos, just to have a bigger picture of it, guys. And so what could they ask you? They say, hey, what's the vertex? You would say it's negative 3, negative 2. We call that the vertex, right? They may say, hey, what's the axis of symmetry? Well, the axis of symmetry is what I'm showing in blue, right? Sky blue there. The line that splits it perfectly in half, that's called the line or axis of symmetry. Okay. And what else could they ask you? They could say, hey, what are my x-intercepts? Or they may call them roots, like the roots of a tree. But I know my roots are negative 4, 0 and negative 2, 0. And of course, you also could see that in the table. Those were my zeros we started out with, right? So guys, please watch, take notes, and study this video. and I'll see you tomorrow.